What up, guys? So here we are with my Nike Shox an inside look video. Bear with me. I'm just going to go over a quick evolution of the visible air system before I get into, you'll see why, before I get to my video. And then I'm going to tell you what was one of my all-time favorite air systems. The Nike Air Max 1. It was absolutely fabulous if you had the real first Air Max, which the airbag itself was monstrous. Not like the lies they show you in these pictures here, where the Air Max 90 was bigger than the Air Max 1. Totally not even true. I lived through the era, so I would know. A guy across the street from me had the original Air Max 1, and the bubble was massive, and it compressed. It was ridiculous. You could see it moving, and everything was awesome. I bought the Air Max 90s, and they were not even comfortable. It's partially because I blame that the airbags were surrounded in full-length polyurethane. Not a good choice for any shoe, period. The Air Max 180, here's where things took a little twist, as I believe they got sued by Avia, or Avia, however you want to pronounce it, because they had like a similar cantilever type system, and that shoe was comfortable, but it was not out long enough for me to snag one, and I wanted it bad, trust me. And then we have the Air Max 93. I can barely see the window here, but let me see. Yeah, that I did have those actually. I had those exact shoes. Those were pretty good, except they would pop because it was so huge of a bubble, as you can tell. If you look above the shoe, it was different. There was more air on these outsides of the shoe, and you could actually see quite clearly through the shoe. The 95 was one of the best looking shoes they ever made, and they had visible front air, except they were not comfortable one bit. Rock solid, like running in rocks. The Air Max 97, hands down one of the best air systems they've ever had, except they popped like wildfire. I own two of them, and they both popped. But the scoop is that I loved them. So I tried to officially return them to the store. I tried to officially return them to Nike, saying I don't know how these popped. I couldn't find where they popped. I couldn't find a hole. I couldn't find anything. But I loved them so much because they were so comfortable. They were my all-time favorite Nike shoe at the time. And once they refused to take them, I just had to quit. I just had to give up. Then we have the Air Max Plus. I was already salty from the 97 experience, and I believe the 97 bag lasted up until like 2000 or something. I'm not sure when exactly, but then we're gonna jump to the Air Max 360. I did not like the Air Max 360 because it had a cage around the whole rear unit, so your foot could not sink, because the cage basically was just locking your foot in place. So I didn't get the benefit, and then I kind of confused the Air Max 360 with the Air Max 2013 at the time, and realized that I had bought the one with the cage instead of the one that I wanted, which was the Air Max 2013. They quickly realized that the cage was a bad idea, so then I did try on the 2013 and future models, and they're awesome. The air is great. They're just ridiculously expensive, and I've never owned a pair in who knows how long. But that's my quick history with Nike Air. I've almost owned every incarnation of Nike Air, including Visible Zoom Air, which is not on this list, it felt kick-ass. But I haven't had extensive use with it. And here we are with one of my favorite all-time training shoes, the Air Max Trainer 97. I can't be 100% positive if... No, I know these were literally the exact shoes I had, except mine were a different color. I didn't have the neon green. I had like this reddish, orangish version. And let me tell you, these things held up like no other shoe. The only reason I think I quit wearing them was because the rear air popped like a while later. And I wore these every single day. The tread held up. Just everything held up. They were like, Nike went through a phase where like they wanted these really durable shoes, especially in tennis. And these were like the sort of the spark of it, I want to say. Maybe they didn't even know, but I kind of felt they were because of the way they were built. They were built like tanks, dude. They just were so solid, and your foot fell right into that air pocket. And in my whole list of evolution of air, I don't believe they ever used that rear air pocket in running. Just in their training shoes, for whatever reason. Maybe just the way the foot kind of got cradled into the middle of the shoe. But whatever, it is what it is. It actually was very supportive. So I mean, it kept your foot from rolling. And I just love that shoe, man. And they never really brought it back. They never remade it or brought it back. It's really a shame. So let's get to this damn Nike Air video already that I've shot. And you can see the distraction of the Nike Air Shox. This was the first version of Nike Shox with front visible air. Till next time, guys, and I hope you enjoyed the video. What up, guys? So if you ever wondered what a disassembly of just the air pockets look like in Nike Airs. Now, I bought these at retail price. I honestly, I couldn't even tell you the year. I'm thinking 2000. I actually really don't even remember. Maybe there was a date. Maybe there's. I was thinking maybe there. Oh, you know what? I had worn away everything. But yeah, some of my. What's that rambling noise? Some of my Nike videos got some good hits back in the day, so I felt like posting this. I did this for a while back, and I just never got around to making the video. But these shoes were dry rotting. I'm not really sure why they dry rot so easily compared to some shoes. Like I have a pair of Saucony Triumphs, like one of the earliest versions that are perfectly fine. Here's what the air pockets look like after they've just been like in the shoe and get discolored and whatnot. That's a big piece of air, man. Yeah, and you know what? This as long as the front of the Nike shoe is Phylon and not polyurethane, you'll really be able to feel the air, and it will do you what I consider some justice. What I don't like is I really don't like Shox. That's why I just tore these apart. Well, actually, as you can see, this is how bad. I just grabbed these, literally just right now, out of my closet. And the reason I stopped wearing these is because the tread had come off, and you couldn't wear them without probably tripping and breaking your neck. So, but look here, I haven't done anything other than take off this front piece. But now look, if you can see this, the Shox are also coming off. Actually, I think the whole thing's gonna come off actually right now, which is so ridiculous. There you go. That's what it looks like. So here's the Shox. It seems like such a cheap piece of junk, like when it's not together. I mean, these Shox, dude. I mean, this is it. They are cheap. By no means these feel quality. I mean, they're so hard. This is why I didn't like Shox. Actually, I did like Shox at first when they first came out, but they had hardened them. I don't know what I think I disassembled the other ones I had too. But yeah, these were the more solid Shox. The ones in my custom-made Nikes were a little softer, and I liked them, but I didn't like these. I didn't like the rear of this shoe. It stood up. It was way too high. I loved the front. I did not like the back. After wearing them for a couple of weeks, I did kind of regret buying them. So as you can see, I don't know how much detail you can see, but I barely wore them. But these were the very first Nike Shox to have front visible air. That's why I bought them. And they never really make that great of sock liners. Some of them are better now, I think. But like here's one from, yeah, this one's got a little bit more cushion to it, actually, believe it or not. This fit sole. This is from a newer shoe, actually. But yeah, there you have it. This one will come off actually as well. Like whoop-de frickin' do. I don't really follow Nike that much anymore because I really don't think their shoes are worth it. I think you're paying for the name at this point. When I bought them, they were, you know, at least somewhat, I want to say somewhat worth it, but in hindsight, maybe not. I mean, I did buy a pair recently but they were cheap. They were like $60, I think. They don't have air, but they're pretty comfortable and they're very light. I wanted to try some of their lighter shoes. But yeah, this is the basic overall full disassembly now of everything. Of the very first pair of Nike Shox with front visible air. So, if you guys want to see another disassembly of something, let me know. I'm not doing this video to be popular because I know like some channels got tons of hits because they disassemble everything. I'm not disassembling everything. I'm just, my shoes were just dying, so I decided to take them apart. Like they were dying. I didn't buy these and disassemble them the very next day to be cool, like the auto lacing Nikes or a pair of Yeezys. Like I would buy Yeezys. Anyways, guys, that's it. So compare the quality to one of the very first, or the very first Triumph from Saucony. Look at this. Glue still on. Everything is when it comes to the tread, it's glued. Ooh, I just made that noise. Ew, I don't want to continue that. I'm like testing the limits, and all of a sudden, you know, the glue starts popping. But it did pop for a split second. But as long as I don't pull it any further, I think it'll be okay. But look at the quality. Some of this I could probably peel this off if I really want to, but it's not really coming off. It's coming off from wear, like wearing it. And then this tread, dude, so high quality of tread. Like, I mean, that, although I will admit that the cushion feels a little more solid right at the moment. It's got these weird, the 3D grid that actually worked. This was one of their grid systems that worked, but although more supportive. But like your foot inside the shoe would sink down into the center of the shoe, and there's like a grid in there. Not like the fake grids now that suck. Although they have the Adidas Boost technology. Although I heard Saucony's is a little more firm. And I admit I like for walking. I love Adidas Boost. At least the Ultra Boosts. Yeah, I haven't tried every freaking shoe out there, but anyway, so this was one of the first shoes that they had that featured the high rebound compound, which is this orange part. And it was full length. Then they had this part, and then they had this part. So it was like tons of cushioning. Although the way it's designed is like this white section here is like the compression. It's sort of like a compression molded EVA, but it's solid though. It's not very soft, so it's like serious density. It's not polyurethane though. Which all like early Nike Airs were made of. So your foot's made to sink in the middle. Anyway, I just wanted to compare, like show you the quality of this Saucony compared to this. What's better? This has held up, and this is super old. So that's that, guys. Perfect. Right where I left it. So that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video.